What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Horticulture Geek. Hey there, guys, and welcome back to Horticulture Geek. I'm so glad you're tuning in today. You're going to notice several outfit changes through the course of this video because it took me a couple days to film it, and then when I was editing, I realized I forgot to film an intro. So here we are. So today's video, I'm going to walk you through an unboxing of a cool new garden toy that I got. I'm going to show you my seeds, and I'm going to show you a tour of my winter pots and what state they're in thus far. So I hope you enjoy the video. Give me a thumbs up if you do, and we'll jump right into it. Here we go. All right, I want to do an unboxing for you. This is a new garden gadget that I have ordered that I'm super excited about. So let me flip the camera around and show you what I picked up. I got this from QVC, which is the online shopping channel. They have really fun garden stuff that you can get on Easy Pay, so that's a good handy tip for some gardeners. So let's see what I picked up. All right, so here is our box, and there's my helper. So I opened the box just for the ease of this video, so I wouldn't have to be cutting it. But here we go. You gonna help me there, helper?
Yeah.
What is that? Do you know what it is?
Yeah, a metal garden hose.
That's right. It is a metal garden hose. All right, move the box out of the way.
Oh.
All right, tear that open.
Easy.
Can you get it?
Yeah, I think.
There you go. So that's right. I bought a metal garden hose. This is actually not metal, it's stainless steel. So this is supposedly the new garden wonder. This hose is kink proof. It won't mess up on you because stainless steel does not retain heat. It supposedly can lay out in the hot sun and won't get hot like a traditional rubber garden hose will do. And it supposedly will last for years and years and years and years. And if you're a gardener who drags hoses around constantly trying to water the garden, whether it's a flower garden or a vegetable garden or containers, you know hoses after just a short amount of time will start to bend and kink, and you'll get clogs, and they get super hot in the summer, and you have to make sure you're not putting scalding water on yourself or plants, and then they just start to break down and get gross and ratty. So this supposedly is a solution to all those problems. So let's get through unboxing it. We'll unwrap it and we'll see how it does. And the neat thing about this hose is that the stainless steel, the way it's done in coils, it allows it to be flexible and bend and go any direction you need it to go. And then it comes with a built-in water wand at the end that is manipulatable, so you can set it and forget it. You can use it like this as a sprinkler if you wanted to water something like that, or you just leave it out like that. And then this is the attachment that comes with it to make different spray angles.
Hey, Daddy, where'd you put my knife?
So this is the Bernini No Kink Metal Garden Hose with Flex End by BermitiFountains.com. So hopefully you can see that there. So we're gonna put this through its paces and see how it works out for us this summer. But I thought you would appreciate seeing this little unboxing and getting a suggestion of a new product. So like I said, this is a Bernini no kink metal garden hose from BerniniFountains.com. Or you can go to QVC, which is where I ordered it. It was a Today Special Value several weeks ago, and it was on Easy Pay. So you may can still pick up a deal like that if you check out QVC as well. All right, so enough talking about a garden hose. Let's go look at some of my winter containers and see how they're holding up now that we're heading into spring.
Let's go.
All right, so I ran out of daylight yesterday right after I did the garden hose unboxing. So now I'm going to walk you around. It's a new day and show you my winter containers. I think they still look really pretty. Several of the things are starting to bolt because these are cool season crops. And here in Central Arkansas, it is already getting hot. It is 73 degrees here today. So let's walk around. I'll show you some containers and we'll see what you think. Here we go. All right, we're gonna start right here with the wheelbarrow planter. So it did not fill out as much as I would have liked, but I knew it wasn't gonna do a whole lot because I didn't mass plant the pansies in there. The Dusty Millers will continue growing for a while. They will stay there for a while. These pansies are looking great though. So they've got some good color on them. They're looking good. You know, just overall, I think it's a fun little pop of color right there. So let's twirl around and we'll just go right over here. All right, so here we have this little arrangement. The terracotta pots had some stuff in them that got pruned back. And then if we come in and look at these right here, you can see I've planted tulips and daffodils in there. So they're starting to come up. And we've got some pansies still showing. The heuchera is still hanging on right there. And there's a hosta there that I think will be coming back soon. And same here, pansies, some daffodils and tulips are coming up, and the heuchera on this pot looks really good. So these aren't the prettiest pots in the world, but honestly, for pots that I just threw leftover stuff in, they get the job done for me. See, I've got some daffodils coming up, looking really good. Some dianthus coming in. This is a bok choy. I know it's not a container, but it's interesting. I had 2 bok choys that I just never harvested, and they started to go to seed, so I just let them. And honestly, the bok choy flower is really pretty. So I've been enjoying that. Got this kale here in this little hanging pot. Now here's one of the cabbages that is bolting, but I still love this pot. This white ornamental cabbage. This is still my favorite pot, I think. I just love this combo with these pansies. And the little ivy going up the trellis. And I'm hoping this year, the spring and summer, this ivy will flush out and really make it. I just put this ivy there in the fall, so it hadn't had time to really grow out. But really enjoy this pot. It looks really good to me. Some sweet pansies here in this pot. Good color on those. Now, this doesn't look like much, but I will tell you that these are super bells. Here in Central Arkansas, our super bells will winter over in a protected spot if it doesn't get too cold. And these stay protected from this burning bush a little bit and the fence, and it never got too cold. So I've got 2 super bells that they've already started putting out new growth. So barring any major freezes between now and the last frost date, I think we're gonna have 2 super bells in this pot to get us started with. these pots are looking really good. I mean, first off, the pots themselves are just really nice. These nice trio of galvanized pots. And then just a wild bunch of pansies in here. It just looks really fresh and pretty to me. This yellow one right here, look at that. I mean, just beautiful. So these are looking good. Got these here. These are looking really particularly good as well. So these just flank the little patio here. I've got the cushions turned up because it rained the other day, so I was letting the water drain out. All right, let's go right over this way now. So as we walk past, you can see, well, one thing you can see is, even though I told you guys February's the time to mulch, I have not got around to that. So hopefully here in the next few weeks I can get some mulch down. But I already have stuff coming up. My peonies are coming up. And my perennials are starting to push up. Bulbs are coming up. I've got tulips planted in here that are coming up. So stuff's coming. One of these hanging baskets here. This cabbage is not looking the best, but from across the yard, it still looks really nice. This hanging basket is definitely prettier than that one. The orange and yellow popping with this blue and purple really makes a difference. And again, this little ornamental cabbages. For some reason, the ornamental cabbage here and here, I guess I just didn't water them enough, probably is the problem with those two. Oh well. It happens sometimes, right? These are pots of ornamental onions, so they're coming up and looking good. So they're getting their fresh growth. And then right here, this container is really nice to me as well. I love this. So this is Creepin' Jenny that fills in and will spill over. I've got the Dusty Millers, and that's a perennial. It stays in here. And then I've got the Dusty Millers, and then these pansies. Now this pansy blossom is about done, but the pansy plant itself looks really good. I probably need to hit this pot with a little fertilizer, and I bet this thing would flush back out with some really nice blooms. But this has just done a really good job this winter, looking good. It's a real interest catcher with that silvery Dusty Miller over here. Ooh, here's a new daffodil I planted this year. Let me just show this to you because it is gorgeous. This is a double daffodil with a pinky peach center. If I can get there with the light. So you can see, as opposed to just one layer of petals, this has two. So this is a double, and it has that peachy, corally, pinky center in there. It's absolutely gorgeous. And here's one getting ready to open up. So they come out as a chartreuse, yellowy green, and then as they open up more and more, you get to this. Very pretty, very interesting. I'm super happy. And so this is my first year having these. I just put these in the ground in the fall. And then there's just a little pot with some pansies and some dianthus right there as well. All right, that is about it for containers back here in the back. Let's go look at the ones in the front yard real quick and show you what they're looking like. All right, so here are the two big blue pots on either side of the fence. As you can see, those white cabbages are bolting, but overall, these pots have been really good all winter long. You can see the plum tree is budding out. Focus there, camera. So it's looking good. And so probably here in the next week or so, if temperatures stay right, this plum tree will cover itself with its blooms, and then we'll have this color below. It should be a real pretty spring show. But I've got the purple, I think these are Osakas, by the way. I think this is a white Osaka cabbage, and this is the purple Osaka. And then I've just got the pansies of different colors mixed in. This right here has been so pretty all winter long. This bright pop of orange against these 2 white cabbages has looked so good. So that is definitely a combo to repeat right there. The same thing over here. So we've got the 2 purples, the 2 white cabbages, and then the different mix of pansies around the pot. And it's budding out, looking good. All right, a few more pots up front. Now, traffic noise is going to be bad, so I may not talk much, but we'll see what we can do. All right, here's one of the urns in my flower bed, and I just had pansies planted in here for the winter, but I underplanted here with tulips as well, and these tulips are coming in super strong. They look really thick and healthy, so I'm anticipating some really pretty blooms on these. So yeah, you can kind of see some blooms starting to poke out in that leaf crown down there. But these pots have just been a nice little pop of color here in the flower bed. And here we are at the front door. So I've got the trio on each side and their mirror images. And they're just really pretty. I've enjoyed it. So here we have pansies, cabbages, Swiss chard, more pansies, and these are, even the purple osakas are starting to bolt up here. But these have been just beautiful pots all winter long. You can see this one hasn't started to bolt yet. And so for all winter long, they've all been just big, massive clumps. And here in the last week, they've started to elongate and bolt, which I don't mind. It's pretty. And as soon as these buds open up, it is going to have yellow flowers on them, and it'll bring more interest. And if you'll notice, I do have tulips underplanted in here as well that are coming up. So I took into account that I needed some spring interest here. And so here in the next few weeks, in addition to all this color, I'm also going to have tulips coming up in these pots. This Swiss chard right here is looking really good. That's a leaf I probably need to pop off and eat, because that's a big, nice leaf right there. And that is edible Swiss chard. I use it in ornamental pots, but you can definitely harvest and eat the Swiss chard. And finally, here's the last pot in the flower bed. And so just like its buddy over there, just pretty pansies all winter long. And I've got some thick, healthy tulips coming up now. All right, that road noise got a little much out there, but hopefully you saw all the pots there. I know some of you that follow the channel saw those pots get planted up in the fall. And so you've seen them in other videos throughout the course of the winter, pop up here and there. If you follow us on our Facebook page, you've seen some of those pots and pictures on the Facebook page. So I thought it'd be a fun thing to give you a end of winter, early spring update on those. Most of them, as soon as the tulips are done blooming, are getting yanked, and we'll go in with fresh, pretty stuff. But those have done an amazing job. And a lot of gardeners don't do a lot of stuff in the winter. And I don't do anything really in the in-ground for the most part in the winter. But those containers, I really try to keep some color out in the garden for winter, because it brings me joy. It's nice to look at. And I like, people can drive by the house and see pretty stuff as opposed to just dead, empty pots and dead flower beds. So I like to have something out there. So there's that. Now, the other thing that I wanted to share with you guys on this video specifically is the seeds I started. So I've got them sitting right over here. Let's go look at those. They have, for the most part, all come up great. The broccoli and cabbage, not so much. But let's turn this around and I'll show you these. Alrighty, so here we go. Now, this is the tray of stuff I bought at the Home and Garden show the other day, so ignore it. So we're just looking at this tray here. So broccoli, as you can see, just worthless at this point, not really good. There's a few cabbages here. I did 2 rows of broccoli and 2 rows of cabbage. I've got some really good cabbages looking there. So some of these I will be able to keep. And a lot of these won't. Some of these didn't even germinate. So I don't know sure what's going on with that, but it is what it is. Luckily, broccoli and cabbage is easy to come by, so I'm going to run to the store and just pick up some more broccoli and cabbage starts and get those going. Because before too long, it's going to be too hot to even grow that here. So I want to try to get as much out of it as I can while I've still got some cooler weather. The iceberg lettuce right here, look at that. I mean, look at how good this is looking. And there, see, the leeks. The leeks, unfortunately, got shadowed out. So there's one leek right there. It may come back, but this iceberg lettuce is taking over. I've got kale poking up in there, so I've got kales coming up. This is the artichokes right here. So this is a good, healthy artichoke leaf. And then I've got my bells of Ireland right here. So there's the little bells of Ireland right there. And then just a random mixed lettuce right there. So yes, I know some of these things, the lettuces have got to come out of the seed starter tray. They are way too big to be in there. I just haven't had time. That is on my to-do list very quickly here. But there is an update on my seed starting as it sets today. So I hope you enjoyed that quick update. I know I'm the world's worst with seed starting. I've admitted that before. So I know lots of people are much better at it. But at least I'm trying, right? So I'm doing the best I can with it. I've got to get those lettuces out of that seed starting tray. It's just, man, life has been a little crazy lately. I've had something going on all the time. So hopefully this Sunday I can deal with that. And as you see, I've got that tray outside. So I'm trying to do just a harden off on some of these things. Just because our weather, even though they're cold crops, they're things that grow in the cool weather. You don't want to bring them directly from the house out here because they're just not used to it. So I'm bringing these trays out. I'm trying to get the lettuces to adapt to the outdoor temperature as quickly as I can because I was really trying to avoid potting them up and having potted up sized plants in the house to bring out. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be what it's going to be. And I really have to get on starting some of my warm season stuff. The problem for me personally with starting my warm season stuff is that, as you know, I don't have a greenhouse. And so I have to start all this stuff in the house on the kitchen floor, which is not ideal, but it's what I do. But besides that, I have 2 trips coming up that I have to go out of town for. And so I can't leave seed starts unattended for 2 weeks. And even though my family will be here for those 2 weeks, I'm going on business trips for work. You know, seed starts are really not my wife's thing, and the kids, you know, would try their best, I'm sure. But so basically what I've decided is that until these 2 trips are over, I don't know that I'm going to start my warm season seed starts because there's no point starting them and letting these plants get going just to die while I'm gone for 2 weeks. So the last trip I take, I get back the day before the shindig. Here in Arkansas, it's if you're not familiar with the shindig, it is a homesteading and gardening get together with speakers and vendors. It is hosted in Searcy, Arkansas by Roots and Refuge Farm, VW Family Farm, and this year White House on the Hill has also joined in to host that event. So, you know, I'm not familiar with White House on a Hill that much. I've watched some of their videos. They seem like a really nice channel. But the Vincents at VW Family Farm and obviously Jess and Jeremiah at Roots and Refuge are great. So anyway, all that to say, I get back home the day before that, and then I'm going to the shindig. So if you're in the area and you're follow my channel and you want to chat with me amongst other YouTubers, hundreds of other YouTubers, come out to the shindig. I will be there, and I would love to see you at that event. And then the Sunday after the shindig, seed starting is what will go on here at the Horticulture Geek Garden. So that's a lot of rambling, a lot of talk, a lot of time, but I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. If you enjoyed the look of that hose pipe, like I said, try to get on QVC or go to the company's website, see if you can get one. I did use it like yesterday evening after I got through with the unboxing, and it really was a good hose. Obviously, it was the first time going with it. All hoses to me are awesome that first few times until they start to wear out a little bit, but it was really good. I really enjoyed it. So there's that. I'll keep you posted on the progress of that. I hope you enjoyed seeing my winter pots and where they're at today. Maybe something threw some inspiration your way, some color combos or something you can do next year. And then the update on my seeds. So if you like this video, hey, give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And if for some reason, if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that and follow us on our journey. We are almost to 500. We're at 499 subscribers, to be a matter of fact, as of the time I'm filming this video. And as soon as I hit 500 subscribers, I'm gonna be doing a giveaway. So hopefully next week sometime, I'll be announcing a giveaway and maybe a live feed event. But until then, you subscribe if you haven't. Join in on the journey, because you never know what we're going to do or what we're going to get up to here at the Horticulture Geek Gardens. But until next time, guys, from my garden to yours, I wish you all the best and happy gardening.